Welcome back, everybody, to the Arkansas Razorbacks Dynasty. We are in the national semifinal, 2 games away from a national championship once again, back-to-back. And we take on Western Kentucky. Now, taking a look at this Western Kentucky team and their schedule, playing in the Conference USA, they don't play very many talented teams. Their biggest win was Sam Houston twice. So they beat Sam Houston. The only time they lost the entire season was to Western Kentucky. Before beating Nebraska was probably their biggest win, and then beating Tulsa, you could say maybe not the biggest win. So, I mean, coming into this, as you can see down below, Cal, I mean, they're an ACC team. Utah looking pretty good at number 2. They've been a fantastic team the entire season. But we come into this game here in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, at least a 3-touchdown favorite. We have been unbeaten the entire year. We're defending national champions. We play in the toughest conference in the country, in the SEC. We come in clear favorites. We just got to make sure that we don't play down to them. You know, they're still here for a reason. They got here. They're in the final 4 teams. We just can't take it lightly. But honestly, looking at the rosters, looking at our seasons as who we played talent-wise, we're head above them. Way above. So we get the ball first, and actually I don't mind getting the ball first, because if we can get out to an early lead, you know, get that momentum rolling in our side. The whole thing with games like this, you have to get early leads, because if you keep the team in there, they're just going to gain more confidence. And as you can see down below, Utah has already won the first game. So Utah is in the national championship, as we'll find Trey'Nez Green for the catch, and that is going to be a first down. So Utah is in. They're waiting to see who they're going to take on. And that is going to be caught. Cross Johnson with the grab using the speed. Now, looking at this Western Kentucky roster, I would say their defensive tackles and linebackers are very talented. They have some really good linebackers, defensive tackles. So running the game, this is what we might have to do. Go more to the outside with Braylon Russell. Really not his game, obviously. But up front, they're really good. They might be able to hold their own. I think in the secondary, that's where we probably are going to get them. They just don't have the guys that are going to be able to cover our receivers. 3rd and 12, they are bringing the heat, but rolling out, firing, and finding Matt Yates for the grab, and Yates is going to get all the way down to the 2-yard line, and that's it. If we have protection for Martin Holman, they're not going to be able to cover our guys. So 1st and goal from the 2. Hand off to Russell, and he just drives forward. He is the touchdown man. Puts it in, exactly what we wanted to see. Early start lead. There you go, 7-0. And we'll see what this Western Kentucky offense can do against us. This is another one. With our front 4, the most sacks in college football, I'm not sure how they're going to handle this. Now, this might be a good opportunity here. Yeah, try to run the ball. As Kavion Henderson is shaking up, that's not what you want to see. But we have so much depth. I know he's the Heisman Trophy winner, but we do have a lot of depth. 3rd down and 1. They're going to go to the run, but we were prepared for it, and coming down there and making the stop at David Pilgrim. Bruised ribs for Henderson, will be able to return. So is that the plan for Western Kentucky, to try to run the ball, maybe limit possessions? And stepping up in the pocket is Martin Holman, and Holman is just a tad bit short, but 4th and inches. He thought he got the first. We're going to go for this. We're going to be aggressive. Hand on the up back. That is going to be a first down. Marcellus Swain with the carry. Move the chains. Yeah, there's just no reason not to go for that. And we convert on that 4th down. 2nd and 7. Throwing it up, and there is Cross Johnson. Wide open. Touchdown. Yeah. You know, you're going to have to put almost your number 1 guy on Cross Johnson. And depending who they have in the slot to cover him, they're not going to have anybody to cover him. They're going to have to play safeties over the top. If they leave one-on-one coverage like that, forget about it. I mean, it's going to be a touchdown nearly every time, as long as we have protection. And now the strategy of trying to maybe run the ball a little bit more and limit possessions when you're down 14-0, you almost have to switch it this early in the game. I know we're still in the first quarter, but Western Kentucky is going to have to try to do something. 3rd and 12. Looking down the field, there's just nobody, and that is going to be a sack. Guillermo will be the one that cleans it up, but Samia and Weil with the pressure. Yeah, this is already, as you can see, this is just a talent disparity. They just don't have the same guys that we have. They still have talent, don't get me wrong. It's just overall, we're just a much better team. Even with our freshman quarterback at the helm. 2nd and 3, hand back off to Braylon Russell. And now he is a bit shaken up. And that is the one thing I'm hoping that does not happen. I mean, right now with a 14-0 lead, possibly going in for another score as we fire. There is Green with the grab. Green continues to go up the field. He's down to the 6. I'm thinking we get 3 scores here, but I want to stay healthy. You know, Utah is a very good team. They are very, very good. As cutting up is Cliff Beaver, and Beaver will be in for the score, and it is a 21-0 lead here in the first quarter. So maybe instead of a 3-touchdown favorite, it could have been maybe like a 4 or 5 touchdown favorite at the moment. I really would like to see what, you know, obviously this is a game, what the spread would have been on this. It would have been maybe 23.5. I could see 27.5. Something like that. As taking off on 2nd and 3. There's your first down for Western Kentucky. As the quarterback scrambles, picks up the first. But nothing's easy right now for this offense. As the running game they're trying to get established, it is not working. And brings up a 3rd down and 9. These are not spots you want to be in. They're going 5 wide. Looking down the field. Oh, that's going to be incomplete. Receiver can't hang on to it. Probably would have been short regardless. But still would have given you a chance to go for it. As, yeah, you can see just the separation of all our receivers on their corners. It's not even close. 171 through the air already for Martin Holman. And we're up to the 31-yard line. Just a 3-man rush. So we'll go underneath. That's fine. We'll take Gillespie for the first down. That time dropping 8 is the defense. And normally we're a run-first team, obviously. But if you can't cover anybody, what is the point? You might as well just continue to throw, as this time we'll go underneath to the true freshman running back Reddick, and that's going to be a first down. He remains in the backfield. We're going to hand him the ball. Dan Reddick getting some blocks around the outside, and he will be in for the touchdown. It is 28-0. This is what I thought it was going to be. When I saw Western Kentucky continue on, maybe Nebraska would have given us a game, but Western Kentucky, even Tulsa, I think we would be kind of in the same boat. It's just not a game, as there is finally something for this Western Kentucky run game on 3rd and 2. Hole opens up, they take it. They're trying to get something here. 2nd and 8, back to throw. Underneath it is caught, just short of the first down. If I was Western Kentucky, I'm going for every 4th down. There is just no reason not to. 3rd and 1 to the run game. And just short. But, yeah, I would go for every 4th down from here on out. 4th down and inches from the gun. I don't know if I like that decision. And that decision does not work out as we make the stop. Turnover on downs. Antoine Bruner comes in to make the stop. Turnover on downs. And with 4 minutes left here in this first half, this is a big, I mean, this game is probably over, so I'm probably overestimated this. I was going to say a big drive for their defense. They need a stop, but, I mean, down 28-0, I'm not sure. So we'll cut that back. Reddick will have the first down. And obviously without Braylon Russell in the game, you know, we're still fine at the running back position. It's another reason why this team is ridiculous. Just the depth is insane. As Holman's going to take off, Martin Holman gets down to around the 2. I mean, we have so much depth. Injuries don't really concern us too much. 1st and goal from the 2, and Reddick will be stopped. So 3rd and goal now from the 3. 15 seconds left here in this first half. Holman wide open. Yates. Touchdown. It is 35-0, and more than likely that is going to send us into the half, as even if it was like a, I mean, we usually the halves, right? So even if it was a 34.5 point spread, which I don't know if it would go that high in this type of game, we've covered it in the first half. We scored on every drive. Western Kentucky's offense just cannot deal with our defense. So what we'll do probably coming into the second half is they will receive the ball first. We'll see what happens here in this first drive, but I think we let our starters go into the 3rd quarter, see if we can maybe capitalize on another drive, scoring another one. If we score another one and it's 42-0, maybe it's time for the backups, as They just don't have the receivers either. Fulkert's with the sack. Yeah, they just don't have the, our corners are, our defense is heading above this offense. 3rd and 10. It is caught, but it's going to be well short of the first down. And I would go for this here if I was Western Kentucky. I would. What do you got to lose? You're down 35-0. But you know what? As I was talking about that, I made the decision. We are just bringing the backups in right now. There's just no reason to. I don't want to risk any more injury. So we're bringing in everybody in. Dwayne Blau, as you can see, is in this game. Goes to the outside. That is caught by Kyle O'Reilly, just short of the first down. And a 3rd and 1. It's Cliff Beaver in the backfield. Hand the ball. Beaver, that's not even, wow, nobody even touches him. That was absolutely insane. Beaver in for his 2nd touchdown of this ball game. It's 42-0. Probably could end it right there. As you can tell, probably if you see the end time of this video, not going to be the longest one. I don't even know what that is. That's an easy interception. What was that throw? I got to see this again. Just the replay. Because I think the receiver was going upfield. Look at this. He's going upfield, but it's already a predetermined throw. The ball is already out of the quarterback's hands. He's going to that outside receiver on the drag. And the corner just read it all day. Absolutely insane. If he would have had a little bit more patience, definitely could have had a fade route and probably close to a touchdown. But nope, it's already predetermined where he wants to throw. And it's just an easy interception. Blau with the speed. Yeah, they just don't even have the speed, really. The linebacker catches up, but that's before Blau picks up a first down. It's Ford a little shaken up there. 3rd and 1 down to the 5. Handoff. Marcellus Swaim is going to be stuffed, actually. But 4th and inches, we're definitely going for this. We're not going to kick a field goal. Give it to Reddick. Cuts it up. Reddick's got the first. New set of downs at the 3-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 3 as we start this 4th quarter. Blau to throw, finds his man, caught Grant Lionheart, and that will be another touchdown. So we've scored on every drive. Touchdown on every drive in this ball game. 49-0. Should we bring in 3rd stringers? Possibly. Thinking about it. As Western Kentucky has made changes too. They have brought in their backups. New quarterback, I think new everybody right now into this game. So, you know what I've seen sometimes with this before? When they go to that 2nd team substitution, their quarterbacks seem to be very good. Now, okay, well, as I say that, that's Antoine Bruner with the interception, and I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Unless this receiver can get him, it's not going to happen. He doesn't have the angle. And Antoine Bruner, who would be a starter next year, pick 6, 73 yards. It is 56-0. Wow. Kind of what I expected, though. I really expected that coming into this game. This isn't, oh, you're playing, this isn't you got to up the sliders. We've gone over this conversation before. This isn't you got to up the sliders. We already play on Heisman. Sliders are, difficult as is. The disparity in teams is insane here. And I feel like this is a thing that maybe the sim logic has to improve big time. Because Western Kentucky, there is no way in hell that this team would ever get to this spot. Just no way. They're going to kick a field goal here. Are you kidding me? They're just trying to avoid the shutout. This is ridiculous. Kick is up and it's good. There's no way in hell this team would ever make this spot. Never. And that is my problem, as we're going to win this game easily, 56-3, as we're going to go on a little rant here before the game is over. It is my main problem when you start up a dynasty in this game. It is a game, so, it's kind of like a fantasy world, obviously. This isn't real life. But to me, say you started a dynasty with Western Kentucky and you got to this spot, there is just really no way you're ever going to get here. I'm just sorry to say, you won't. You're never going to get the recruits to come in. It's just not going to happen. You'll never turn these programs around. They are these programs, and they've been these programs for 50, 60, 70 years. It's a reason why. It's a reason why SEC teams, ACC, Big Ten. I mean, it's Big Ten and SEC right now in college football. Let's pretty much call it what it is. That's it. I mean, ACC, you might get a team here or there. You're just not going to be able to put up with what the Big Ten and the SEC put out. And even in those conferences, you have teams that will never really go anywhere. I mean, Vanderbilt, they had a solid couple upsets this year. Do I expect anything from Vanderbilt? No. They're never going to do anything. That's just how it is. So it's tough with this game, especially when you get into season number 5, which we're in. We look at this Utah team, which is a lot better than Western Kentucky. But when you get into season like 5, and as an SEC school, having some success, we've been able to recruit outstanding. The recruiting's been fantastic. They have 2 1,000-yard receivers. They have 3 receivers with over 10 touchdowns. So they pass the ball a little more, but they have really good success, obviously. But when you can recruit like we do, I mean, it's just crazy. It really is. Like I said, injuries, even if we suffered an injury to maybe 2 or 3 big-time guys, like I said, Henderson just got hurt in that game. We didn't really have him return. Yes, he's more elite than anybody on the team, but we have guys that can have success and are talented. So injuries don't even really matter right now. We're not an injury or 2 away from dropping off. We are not. We would have to have at least like 7 injuries to really drop off. We just don't. We're just that much more talented than everybody else. And when it comes to a game like that, it's not even close. So we take on Utah for the national championship. We'll try to go back-to-back. And the real question is going to be, where does this dynasty go from here? Obviously, we're about, 2 months away from college football 26 coming out. We'll see what happens there, because I will be away actually the day after it comes out. So I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll definitely have a new dynasty. It's just, do I want to go into season 6? Say we win this game, we go back-to-back national champions, we're undefeated. Should we even go to season 6? Maybe we'll sim out a few years just to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, really, let me know down below. Everybody still watching this, let me know what you would think below. Would you want to see a season 6? Would you want to just see a sim in a few years just to see what happens? Or are you complete? Are you done with it? You're like, you know what? Great job. We won 5 seasons. We won 2 national championships. I think that's going to be it. So that's a good possibility of what will happen. But we'll see. But that is going to do it for this one. One more game to go here in season number 5. We'll try to bring back another national title. But thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.